Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is episode 7 of my Let's Play War in the West. I call it the Let's Play. I don't call it Let's Play on my description, but it is basically a playthrough, a Let's Play of this game, war game, simulation of the Western theater in World War II. I'm playing as the Western Allies. And when I last left you, we just had prosecuted a turn or executed a turn. I keep using the word prosecute or execute. I don't know why. I'm not a lawyer, but we did process a turn, and we processed the AI turn. Damn it, processed the air war turn of my air war turn, and so now it's the land phase, and I haven't had a chance to actually read up on this and why it's and I can't remember which one of these actually had some prep points, but it was one of these. Here we go. This one has prep points of 4. And I haven't really checked into why this one's the only one that has actually accumulated prep points or preparatory points for an amphibious invasion of Sardinia, but I am going to look into that. I've obviously did the quote unquote right thing with this one, and I'm not sure why these others are not showing prep points since I did the exact same thing with them, other than maybe they are further away from where they originated from, and possibly that was something that caused them not to have prep points. I'm not positive about that, but as you can see, we have some pretty good units waiting to go into Sardinia. And that's Majorca. I don't want to go there. This is where I want to go, and we're set up to land here. Where else? Where have I done it? This place, and this place, I think, are the targets. I'm not really going to look at that again. We've looked at that several times, and so we are back here at Sicily, or in Sicily, and I have some units that are ready to come off the ships or unload from the ships. So that one, not enough remaining port capacity. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. This one says it's ready. This one's off the ships. This one. So as you can see, I was able to unload several more units from there. And then U.S. Engineer Regiments, I think these are my rail. And we can look at that. Toggle rail damage on off. It doesn't really show any. Rail damage 100%. So all these are actually 100%. I really need to get those fixed, but I don't necessarily know. Am I able to detach? No. Trying to figure that one out too, obviously. But anyway, let's actually come back with this unit, and we're going to move this way. If I could show you with the little telestrator or whatever they call it, we're going to use the French Free Forces and move them in this direction. We're going to move the American forces up the central part of the island, and then the British forces, which are coming from this direction, we're going to move up the eastern side of the island and see if we can't do something there. So I'll just turn that telestrator off, and we'll move him up. And we weren't able to unload this guy, so he's still kind of, if we select him, everybody's in range of his command unit, but of this command unit. So everybody's getting the maximum benefit of being under the command of that HQ, which is good. We want to start moving up some of these. Detection 2, Detection 2, Detection 2. I don't really see any interdiction information. I'm hoping there is some, but there might not be. Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't have any movement points. Some of these are supposed to have movement points. And something you have to figure out, and you have to figure it out fairly quickly, is that, and it's something I covered in War in the East, is you want to move the ones further back first so that these guys save their movement points to move further up. Because if, say this one, if I move there, now this hex is more or less free or is under our zone of control, and so I've got better movement points going through that hex than if it was still shaded as enemy controlled. And they have 13 right there, so that guy right there, that's why I couldn't move to that. So let's see, I have a 14 movement, a 14 movement. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that's amphibious. Okay. So I guess I'll do it with this one. I'm just going to do a deliberate attack. Let's try hasty attack actually, because it's an Italian unit, and we should outnumber them fairly well. Yep, we shattered them. See, our odds were 38-0 basically. So that has a 70. That's their defensive value. 70 is pretty damn good. I want to make sure I do. Oh, you bastards. It held. Okay. Let's do a... So there I used an actual deliberate attack. Or move him up. We'll move him up. And we will move him up. So we can do, as you can see, when I do a deliberate attack with these two stacks, whoops. If I do a deliberate attack with these two stacks, the 51st British Infantry Division will not attack. That's this one. I guess their movement points are not high enough to actually attack deliberately. They could do a hasty attack, but not a deliberate attack. But I think I want to do a deliberate attack on this guy. Yeah. We just want him, we want him to move out of our way. Oops. I want to choose that one. I want to, basically I want to move both of them, I guess. Oh, I didn't have both of them selected. Actually move him back some. So they've moved as far as they can go. This guy's still on the ship. Detection 7, Detection 7. Fort's at 8% damage, I think. This will probably just be a scouting attack. Actually, it was a regular attack. Sometimes if the odds are so much in favor of the defender, it'll say it's a scouting attack. And that was true in War in the East as well. And what that means is they kind of know that they're outnumbered by the defenders, or the odds are not in their favor, so they just kind of it's just kind of an attack to determine what forces they're up against. And that one actually was a regular attack. There you go. Oops. Let's see. I can't move him. That's pretty much it for that turn, really. I don't really have a lot of troops on here, to be honest. But I will say that not enough port capacity. They're actually... Man, I really want to bring some of these over there, to be honest with you. That's the headquarters. See, they're out of range. So I need to get him. Where did I say? It was this one, wasn't it? You see how long it takes if you have the animation of them moving? I'm probably going to turn that off at some point, but as you can see, it'll show you exactly the path it takes if you allow it to. And then let's see. 131 strategic MPs. And I obviously don't have 131 strategic MPs. Let's see. That's probably that number right there. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm willing to bet, from what I remember of this game, that is the strategic MPs. The little squiggly line with the number behind it. I don't have an amphibious attack force in this so let me see. That's British. Oops. I guess I don't have the amphibious support I need to move those guys. Okay. Well, we just learned something there, didn't we? So, I'm wondering, he doesn't have 131. Not enough remaining port capacity. I wonder if I could bring him over here and take him off. I really don't want to do this if it doesn't work, but let's give it a try. Okay. So let's move that. So now he's off. That's good. I still have this guy still out of command range of this HQ, but I do have him off the ship now, and that'll work to our advantage. And these units. What about this one? Is this one 7th U.S. Army? Okay, yeah, 7th U.S. Army. I wonder why that is yellow, and these are blue. I'm sure it's something I have no clue what I'm doing. Oh. No, that says 7th U.S. Army. That's 2 U.S. Corps. It's attached to the 2nd U.S. Corps. And this says, looks like it's using 6 of its 10 command points. I'll have to figure that one out. Where is it? The 2nd U.S. Corps. I don't want to change their. I want to find out where I want to find out where their HQ is. Honestly, is this it? 7th U.S. Army. Okay. They are attached to. They are attached to the 7th U.S. Army. The 2nd U.S. Corps is attached, and then this is a infantry division attached to the 7th U.S. Army. Okay, makes sense to me. So I can't move any further up there. I'm probably making a merry mess of this. It seems like I should be doing a lot better in Sicily than I'm doing. But I've done the introduction or the introductory scenario where you just attack Sicily, and I didn't beat it, but I got everybody pushed all the way back to Messina by the 7th turn, which is when it ends for that scenario. And I'm pretty sure I just used what was on the amphibious attack. I take that back. I did move some amphibious forces behind them, but I don't know how many I used. It's been so long. So that said, what is this? The Strategic Air Force. I'm just wondering how close they have to be to all the damn different airfields. There's some that are attached way up there for some reason. I might need to take a look at that as well. That airfield is attached to them. I really want to move. Oh, I did try to move these, didn't I? And it said I didn't have the transport capacity. Insufficient port capacity, right? Oh, this is not it. It was this guy, that's right. It said insufficient port capacity, right? Or did it? Oh, insufficient port capacity to load the unit. Well, what the hell? Are you kidding me? What size is this port? Huh. That is really weird. That's a 7th British. This is the 6th British. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know if this will work, but I'm hoping it will. We're going to move that guy out. And I cannot get there. I could go by rail, though. There we go. I'm gonna go out of Philippeville. I guess I should probably bring Fourth British, 1st British, Fifth U.S. Army, 6th British Armored Division, VBR, which is that. And I do not have enough rail capacity to get him over there. But I'll take him this far. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, hopefully, excuse me, is well, damn. I guess not. I guess that's that strategic points again. Okay. Well, that's weird. Why does it say I could go there? I could go anywhere. But this is owned by the enemy. Okay. Well, what are we going to do? I think we are going to end this turn, to be honest with you. I've taken about half of Sicily. They're setting up here. I'm going to move. I'll use the telestrator again. I want to move the French this way, that way. I'm going to move the Americans in this direction, and I'm moving the British in this direction. Eventually, everybody will be here, and we'll be attacking Messina, which I guess I could have done some kind of landings here and here to cut these forces off. And I still could do it, possibly. It just depends. Because they still have units down here that could be cut off. I could do a landing there and a landing there. Or a paratroop drop here and here. And that would cut off their supply at the very least, or most of their supply. I'm sure they could still get some supply through. And this is a port, right? Yeah. They would still get some supply probably through the ports, unless I had enough air cover to shut that down. So I'm going to go ahead and process this land portion of the Axis turn. I think I'll call it a quits after this. I got some food cooking right now, and I also want to do a little bit of more research. I hate it when I am not completely prepared for what I'm about to do on the video. And honestly, I've seen a couple YouTubes where the person didn't know what they were doing. I mean, badly didn't know what they were doing, and it to me it's annoying. So I like to have a pretty good idea of what I'm supposed to be trying to do. So I want to research a little bit more about the amphibious invasions, and maybe a little bit more about what I need to do in this area. Maybe try to cut off some of their forces, and also maybe decide how much forces I need to land on Sardinia, if I'm taking enough forces or not. And now they're doing their air campaign. I did get a comment from one of my viewers named Bud. I appreciate the comment and the questions. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them. Though it sounds a little loud. I did turn it up a little bit because it sounded really low at the beginning of the episode. So now the sound's up a little bit. But if you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find out. See, they're pulling back even more. They're pretty much going to give up Sicily, I believe. They're going to probably leave some people right in this area, and that's about it. And then this area over here has probably already been abandoned, and I'll find that out pretty soon. And if that's the case, then that will show that you can take Sicily in a lot quicker fashion than you did in the introductory scenario. So we're right at 25 minutes. So that I think that's a good enough. I can sit here and actually talk about the results. So they have 3,000 men killed. We have 6,000 men killed. 53,000 men disabled. We have 28,000 men disabled. I don't know why there's such a disparity in the ratio of killed to disabled, but captured 5,000 men. That's got to be us capturing them because they really haven't done any attacks against us. So we've got to be capturing. So that's 5,000 more guys that are captured that are out. So they're basically killed, captured, right at 8,000, 42 shy of 8,000, and men killed on our side of 6,000. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Here is the automatic air directive screen, and my viewer Bud asked about this. I think you can turn off the different air forces and plan them yourself, Bud. And but I also think you can also do some theater control on AI controlling some theaters and you controlling others. But I basically you could do that with choosing which air headquarters or whatever, or air theater. You can do that by saying, okay, well, strategic air, which is basically, I think, bombing Germany. I'm going to let the AI manage that, or I could turn that off and let AI do it and set air directives, and then turn it back on and then do it for them, or I could just do these: ground attack north, ground attack south. There's a lot of different ways you can actually dice this up for the AI, I believe, to manage some of it and you to manage other parts of it, which is that's pretty nice. I really think that would be a really nice idea. And also, you can go in, you can have the AI set your air directives and then go in and edit them a little bit, because the AI doesn't do a very good job of avoiding flak areas. So you can have them set your air directives and then go in and change the flight path. So I think that is something also that's pretty cool, because I've seen the AI. The AI will fly right over, heavy flak. So that's something else you can do. Other than that, I think on my next episode, I'm going to start moving up some air groups. Wow, that guy's engine's really loud. That's my next door neighbor getting into his truck and starting it up. I don't know if he can hear me talking. He probably thinks I'm in here talking to myself. Maybe he thinks I'm talking on the phone. I don't know. But what I was saying was, I think I'll move some air groups onto Sicily. We have plenty of airfields available, and then that will give me a lot better control over this area and even up through this area. And I guess not really over here, but I'm really using this air probably to I wonder if it's because he was on a train that I couldn't move him. No, because it did give me a path. It showed me going to about here and stopping or something, I think it did give me a path. But although I probably screwed myself taking him off the train on the next turn. But anyway, this area is going to be covered by the air from down here, and these are the air groups I'll probably move up to Sicily, because they're the fighter groups and they have less range. So it would make better sense to have the fighter groups up here, and then maybe move some of my strategic air from down in here, wherever they are, over to Malta and what's that? Gozo. It's part of the Malta Air Victoria. The airfield's Victoria. So as you can see, that's part of my thinking at this point. I think that the Germans have moved back. Let's use the telestrator. I think the Germans have moved back into this area and pretty much have abandoned this area. We'll find out soon enough. So that'll be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the question. bud, and ask away, and I'll answer as well as I can. And if I can't figure it out on my own, I will research it and find out for you. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.